James walked into his office this morning feeling energetic and ready for a new day. He was fasting during Ramadan, full of positive energy, but today, something was different. As he began greeting his colleagues, he noticed something odd. One of them took a step back gently. Another turned his head slightly while speaking. Then suddenly, his best friend George took a piece of gum from his pocket and held it out to him. "Here's this, James," George said gently. "Thank you, George, but I can't. I'm fasting." Then he realized the truth. Does he have bad breath? He put his hand over his mouth gently and blew a little. Is that smell really coming from me? For the rest of the day, he was unable to speak confidently. He began to avoid approaching others and tilt his head while speaking. When the workday was over, he couldn't stand the embarrassment any longer. He went straight to his dentist's office. "Doctor, I think I have a problem." The dentist smiled and said, "Let me guess. You're fasting and you've started noticing the reactions of people around you?" James's eyes widened. "How did you know?" The doctor laughed, saying, "Because it's a very common problem during fasting. But don't worry, you're not alone. I'll explain why." James leaned forward with interest as the doctor pulled out a diagram showing the mouth and gums. First, when you fast, your mouth produces less saliva, which leads to a buildup of bacteria. The result? Bad breath. Second, during fasting, your body starts burning fat for energy, releasing substances known as ketones. These ketones don't smell very nice. James sighed. "So my mouth is full of bacteria and strong-smelling ketones all day?" The doctor laughed. "It sounds bad, but the good news is you can fix the problem without breaking your fast." James's eyes widened. "How?" The doctor said, "First, hydration is very important. Most bad breath is caused by dry mouth, so when you break your fast, drink enough water and avoid dehydrating drinks like coffee. Secondly, the tongue is the largest source of bacteria in the mouth, so whenever you brush your teeth, don't forget to brush your tongue too." James asked the doctor, "But I can't use toothpaste while fasting, right?" The doctor shook his head. "That's a misconception. You can brush your teeth with toothpaste while fasting as long as you don't swallow it." "What about mouthwash?" The doctor nodded. "You can use alcohol-free mouthwash before suhoor and after iftar." "What about food?" The doctor smiled. "Great question. Avoid onions and garlic at suhoor. Instead, eat foods that naturally freshen breath, like cucumbers and yogurt. And most importantly, stay hydrated." That night, James began to implement the advice. Drank more water. Cleaned his tongue well. He avoided foods with strong odors. The next morning, he went back to work as usual. But this time, something was different. No one moved away. No one turned their head. A wave of relief and confidence washed over him. He felt like he was back to normal again. No more embarrassment, no more anxiety, just fresh breath. If you suffer from bad breath while fasting, don't worry. Follow these simple tips and you'll have fresh breath all day long. Tell us in the comments, what's your favorite way to keep your mouth fresh while fasting? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great health tips.